Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about something, so there's going to be a disclaimer. If you get triggered by anything that comes with SA, or I'm going to be mentioning SA, stuff about SA. So please, if you are triggered or if I say anything triggering about this, please leave. Please go on to a different video if that's a better option for you. So what I want to bring up is something that's been going on for a while. So if you do know me in real life from school and stuff like that, no you don't. But seriously, do not bring any attention to this kid, please. So I've had this friend for a while. His name is Isaac. And he went to my school. This had gone on for at least 3-4 years. And, our problem was, there's a day where he said he wanted to show me a trick, basically. He would do this to other girls, but even though I'm not a girl, specifically to me, he would come up behind. Okay, so even I kind of skipped this part on accident, but kind of sorry. But if you skipped the disclaimer, please go back. But basically, this friend named Isaac, we've been friends for a really long time, since at least second grade, second or first, I don't remember. And he was a kid that would do a lot of. He would get in trouble a lot. Let's just say that. And this has happened more often this year. I mean, I'm a little sick, so yeah, don't worry that. So my friend Isaac over here, he had been touching me and some other friends in certain places, and it's honestly some in places we make ourselves comfortable in, and I'm trying to, and this was in like second grade. And then recently, this year, this might be a short video, I don't know. This year, for a while, this was for a couple of months, to be honest, he would okay, so I'm going to give them fake names, but my friend, let's say, my mom, she said that at a place that we went to for school, he had grabbed his crotch area and had put it forward, like Michael Jackson style type, but it made her very uncomfortable. And something else he did is something at school, he would, to a different friend, let's call her Little Red Riding Hood, because, yeah, her hair's dyed red. He would grab onto her chest area, and it made her feel really uncomfortable. And I find that, like, honestly, really sad, because she came up to us and told us about that. And as I was saying, and for me, he had basically done the same thing, a lot more than the other girls, than everybody else, to be honest, because I don't know if he's done anything to anyone else besides us two, but it's honestly, I find that I need to bring at least some attention to this. It's not really anything. And like I was saying, explaining is he would, now recently, he would touch our behinds, and his excuse he would make a bunch of excuses. He would make that he's gay, so it's fine, and he didn't, and like how it didn't matter, because he's gay, or something like that. And honestly, honestly, that isn't right, because we explained to him a lot how it was honestly really still inappropriate. Like, it made us really uncomfortable, but what I find, what was wrong was he would still do it, and it's just, sorry, I'm really sad, but it's just, he kept doing it for a while. Maybe it was a couple of months when my friend, Little Red Riding Hood, it was at least, I'm sorry, I'm trying to be serious, but it's kind of hard without him. For her, she said it was only for a couple weeks, and then for my friend Ilani, she said it was only for 2 days, 2 or 3 days, I don't remember exactly, but I have this friend, she doesn't mind if I call her out again. I have this friend Lily. She said that she was honestly worried, because he has a niece that's a year younger than us, and we're really close friends to her, and what she noticed when she would call his niece. I'm going to call her M because I don't think she would be comfortable with me calling out her name. This does attract his attention, and he shows her. So what she said, we were talking to someone that we trusted, like uh, my mom, or no, not my mom. I'm sorry, my our counselor. We were talking to her, and she said, because she was tearing up, and honestly, I just felt so bad for her because she's honestly she's the type of person you would want to protect for anything, and she was said that she felt scared because she thought he might have done something to her. How M would be really uncomfortable near him, and how he honestly slapped her behind a lot, and she's like a year younger, if I don't know if I've already said that. And it's just like really uncomfortable for her because he still, I don't know if he does it, but I'm afraid he does, I think. And so we would call a lot because we were like really close. Like we would share anything to each other, and we we had we were on the phone, as I just explained. We were on the phone, and he had slapped her, behind, and it made her really uncomfortable because like I could see her face, and she started moving away from him. Like they were on the couch, and she started moving away from him, and she had said stop. Like she specifically said like stop. She said stop, Isaac, please, and I didn't. That sounded a little strange to me because I didn't know he would do it too, and I don't know if he did anything else. And it's honestly just really sad to imagine. I'm thinking fifth grade or fourth grade. She's at a junior or fifth or fourth grade. She would honestly call her mom, but then she would remember her mom not home, and it's just sad because she has to deal with all that, and like she has no one to talk to, and the only one she has is me and my friend Lily, because we always saw it happen on call. We didn't. After a while, because before we couldn't tell that she was uncomfortable, but after a while, we would see like she would move, her face expressions were different, and it's just honestly, she honestly sounded like she was about to cry. And whenever he was around her, because we would hang out after school at a library by our school, um, he would, whenever he was around, she would look uncomfortable, move, or just like try and go to the bathroom, because there's 3 different restrooms. She would go in the females, and he couldn't go in there because there was always someone watching the bathrooms just in case. And um, like I was explaining, yeah, there was always someone watching the bathrooms, and it was honestly really heartbreaking when she would do that because I thought like they looked really close, like they shared secrets with each other so much, like they lived with each other and stuff, and it's honestly, um, he would always try and find an excuse to say, like I explained, um, he would touch almost a lot of people in very inappropriate areas, and what I found weird was we couldn't do anything, honestly. And it's just, he, sorry, okay, I had to have a little break, but okay, we're gonna go back to the school things, how in 2nd grade, he had, to my other friend, my now old friend, my now ex-friend, I'm sorry, he had touched her, private parts, her crotch, and it's just, he only did it to her, and after a while, like, we could tell he was, like, gay, and since he's came out in 3rd grade, he had said, that it doesn't matter, like, it's okay, because he's gay, and, he kept making excuses, like, everything and and he never apologized either. And when we reported him like people and stuff, he had pretended like he had he had pretended like nothing happened. He kept saying, because they pulled him into the office. They had said, I don't know what they said because they didn't pull me, even though it happened to me more. And he had specifically told all of us, I didn't do anything. I don't know why you guys are like targeting me. Like, he said that it's not his fault that we're always dressing in certain ways, even though we're all in uniform. We all have uniform till like high school. But he had specifically told us that, oh, you guys just dress certain ways, and I just find that wrong because he's always like, we're all in uniform, like I just explained, and we're always wearing something baggy. Like our uniforms are always usually bigger than what they're supposed to be because we always want something baggy because we never wanted that to happen. And when we tried getting him to say sorry, he didn't. Like we were like, yo, well, it's going to be hard, but we'll accept your apology after some time if you just say sorry. And he was like, for what? I didn't do anything. And just over and over, he would just be like, I didn't do anything, over, like I just said, over and over. And he made excuses more and more, and it would always be, like, there's different excuses, but his, on, his go-to excuse was always, I'm gay, so it's fine. And so, he explained, he said, I'm sorry, I'm, you know, our principal tried getting him to, say sorry over and over, but then, like, I haven't told anyone for a while. The only person who knows about this is my grandma, and my friends' moms don't like him either. Like, he had made excuses that he has illnesses, even though his teacher, she's really cool. Like, one of his teachers that we're always with, she's really cool because I'm in one of her classes. And, she had told me that he's lying. Like, he doesn't have anything wrong with him because they have his medical records. And, like, she knows my mom. She wouldn't lie because, like, honestly, she, she's really close to me and my friends. And she had, told us, like, yeah, how he doesn't have any medical records. And we're just like, what the heck? And he honestly kept saying he had a bunch of mental illnesses and stuff. Like, honestly, he'll give us the biggest lies. He'll tell us the most lies that you could even think of, and some people would believe him and they would go on his side. And he had recently, on yesterday actually, he had told me um, he wanted to hang me. Please click off if you are not comfortable with any of this. I'm serious. He had told me that he hated me over and over, and because he might get suspended or expelled or something like that. And honestly, if we're able to, I wish, honestly, we couldn't. I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted. He kept, I'm sorry. Honestly, if we wanted to, we could press charges on him. If we, I want to, but I legally don't have anyone to do that right now. So, honestly, it's kind of hard. So, we've tried. He's sent death threats to all of us. Like, to all of us, like, oh, if you tell blah 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 this, then I'm gonna do this. And he would try and force us, he would try and blackmail us, but it would always be about something that almost everybody already knew. So, honestly, there's no point. And he would, sorry. Honestly, the whole point of him, what he was trying to do was blackmail us or something. And there hasn't been an update since, but on Monday, I'm pretty sure I'll give you guys an update. And that's about it for today. Alright, bye guys. And again, if you don't like all this, why are you here?